Deep in the Maine woods, something enormous walks among the trees. A moose unlike any other, pale, ghostly, massive. They call it the Specter Moose. Hunters claim bullets bounce off its hide, and locals say it vanishes into thin air, but does this cryptid really exist, or is it a forest legend born of fear? The legend began in 1891, when a hunting guide named Clarence Duffy was working near Lobster Lake, Maine. He claimed to spot a massive white moose, pale in color, towering in size, unlike any moose he'd ever seen. Word spread, and in the same year, a lumberman named John Ross reported another encounter nearby. Hunters and sportsmen grew curious. Could the woods really host a moose of legend? In 1892, a New York sportsman named Howard Van Ness shot at a creature he claimed weighed a ton, with antlers so wide they dwarfed his hunting party. He said it charged, but survived. Over the next decade, sightings continued. In 1895, a distant view by a taxidermist. In 1899, Gilman Brown claimed to count 22 points on one side of its antlers. In 1906, George Nealand was cycling between Sherman and Macwahock when he mistook the Specter Moose for a large horse. As he got closer, he realized his mistake. The creature charged and he barely escaped by climbing a tree. In more modern times, rumor says sightings occurred before disasters. For example, in Franklin, Maine, the moose was reportedly seen shortly before a prominent restaurant fire. Those who have been unlucky enough to spot it, describe it as tall, between 10 and 15 feet at the shoulder, and a possible weight of up to 2,500 pounds or more. It is also described as having a pale or white coat, almost ghostly in appearance, massive antlers, with some reports stating that they were 10 to 12 feet across, with up to 22 tines on one side. Bullets allegedly bounce off, or leave the creature unscathed as it fades in and out, disappearing into dense foliage or snow. Some say it glows faintly under moonlight, or moves silently, leaving no tracks behind. What could explain the Specter Moose? Though most sightings are chalked up to witnesses in remote forests being confused and often overestimate size under stress, and tales grow with each retelling. Several theories have been brought forth. Could it be an albino or leucistic moose? Though rare, but real, many critics argue that sightings are simply a misidentified albino moose. The only problem with this though, is true albinos have pink eyes, whereas the Specter Moose is said to have normal-colored eyes. Others have claimed it could be a sick moose, via illness or parasites. Heavy tick infestations or other diseases can cause hair loss, pale coat, and a gaunt-like appearance. Believers propose the Specter Moose is an otherworldly guardian spirit or a cryptid species beyond our knowledge, bulletproof, vanishing, immense. Each theory has holes, but the consistency of odd reports makes the legend persist. Although sightings have dwindled, the Specter Moose remains embedded in Maine folklore. Stories get retold around fireplaces, and cryptid enthusiasts still hunt for it. The creature is referenced in games and folklore pages, often appearing in online cryptid wikis and myth collections. Some interpret it as a forest spirit, a warning or protector, especially in remote, wild Maine regions. Some believe when it appears, catastrophe might follow. Regardless, the Specter Moose bridges the gap between nature and myth. The majestic moose is transformed, in legend, into something more haunting, something that reminds us the wilderness still holds secrets. So what was it? A massive albino moose? A myth inflated over time? Or something beyond explanation, a ghostly guardian of the forests? The Specter Moose may never leave us with proof, but its legends persist, reminding us that the wild still has mysteries. So if you ever find yourself wandering the Maine woods at night, listen for silence, watch for white antlers against dusk, and you just might catch a glimpse of the Specter Moose.